Hey, how y'all doing out there in YouTube land? This is Stiletto coming at you from the Wild Wild West. We have an unboxing today. Doing the unboxing is my seismic. You guys haven't seen this one for a while. My Flavio Kuma seismic. It's the one that I modified a little bit. I polished a lot of the parts. As you can see, this piece is polished. The liners, the visible parts, the outside parts of the liner's been polished. And the back of the blade has been polished. The spine of the blade, so it all matches. This is my seismic. This was one of my first deadbolts. I can't remember if I got this one first or the Clever Girl. It was one of these two. This one or the Clever Girl was first. Can't remember which one was first. But anyway, let's get to the unboxing here. Excellent blade. I love the Flavio Kuma deadbolt. Here we go. It's coming from the Knife Center. A wine voucher, another $100 wine voucher, but I don't drink wine. That's very cool. And what do we got? Columbia River Knife and Tool M16-04DB 04 M16-04 model 4. I think it means a 4-inch deadbolt. Carson assisted deadbolt lock flipper knife, 3.89 inches long for the blade. 3.89 inches long for the blade. D2 stainless steel. Not stainless steel. I always say stainless steel. D2 carbon steel. It's almost like stainless, but it's not stainless. It will stain. Black Stonewash Tanto blade. Black aluminum handles. The price of this one was $139.99. The shipping was $0. It was free. Sales tax was $10.85, giving me a total of $150.84. $150.84. And this is coming from the knifecenter.com. Knifecenter.com. Okay, here we go. It's all sealed up. The new CRK Deadbolt for 2022. They decided to take the classic Kit Carson model, the M16, and apply a deadbolt to it. This one also has assisted opening. It's an assisted opener. As you guys know, I'm not a big fan of assisted openers, but I saw this knife and I just wanted to try it out. This is a new deadbolt for this year. So even though it's assisted opening, there's a construction of it, the way the deadbolt looks. I still wanted to see it. This little literature and stuff the CRKT gives you. It comes with the knife. Goes all back in the box, you know me. This one's just gonna be in my box this year. This is gonna be my new deadbolt for this year. That was my plans for this one. So we'll set the box aside since it's going in my rotation box. Center it perfectly. This is PVD coated. That's a thick looking blade. That blade stock looks thick. All the way to the tip. Even the tip looks strong. It's got a good weight to it. It's not lightweight. It's definitely got a good, I like the pocket clip. It's a nice looking pocket clip. It's a very nice looking knife. I like the way it looks. One of my first liner locks I ever owned was I think it was a M16 SF Special Forces model. And I ended up selling it to my buddy redneck, one of the people I used to ride bikes with, and he loved that knife. He's had it. I don't know, he probably still has it, but last time I saw him, he was still using that knife. It's all beat up looking now, but it's like a Timex. It just takes a lick and keeps on ticking. Oh, that was nice. Well, I definitely feel the assisted. It popped out. It's got external blade stop, just like most of the Flavio Kuma designs. Most of them have external blade stops. It also acts as a thumb stud too. That's your blade stop. Feels good in hand. Feels like a nice, strong, heavy-duty knife. Best way that I could describe it. It won't flick all the way closed because you hit the spring. Operates nice. It's a beautiful blade. I love this hollow ground Tanto blade with a chisel ground tip. Chisel ground, flat ground, whatever you want to call it. It's a very strong looking blade. This is definitely a blade that I can see going into combat for real. It feels like a real combat folder. It feels like a no BS folder. Let me see if I can flick it all the way closed. Nope, won't flick all the way closed. You gotta manually close it. Wonder if I can close it with one hand. Oh yeah, it's easily to close with one hand, so you can operate this one with one hand. Got really good weight to it. It's not a light knife. I would say maybe 8 ounces. I don't know, it feels really heavy. It doesn't feel light. It feels like a real stout knife. All right, let's take some measurements and weigh it out. Then we'll get into comparing it to some other knives that are the same size. That's what I want to do. Let you guys get a good idea of what it looks like compared to other knives. Oh, it's lighter than I thought. 6.7 ounces. It feels like an 8 ounce. It feels this knife feels heavy. It feels a lot heavier than 6.7. See what the seismic weight. Seismic is 6.5, so they're about the same weight. About the same weight. Let's check out the blade thickness. About the same weight. Get nice and zeroed out. Check it out the closest to the blade tang. It says 3.4. Looks thicker than that. I'm gonna have to recalibrate my. I think it's thicker than 3.4. This says 3.8. Let's recalibrate. .44, so it's probably around a 3.5 millimeter blade. Huh? I thought it looks thicker than that. And the seismic, yeah, seismic is thicker. I had to open it up to put this on. The seismic, this is a 4116 German corrupt stainless steel. And this is a D2. I don't know if it's German D2 or what, but it is D2. So it's a step above the 4116. The blade, on the blade tang it says M16-04DB, Deadbolt. I'm pretty sure that's what that stands for. And it says Carson design and CRKT. It's a black stonewash blade. I really like this one. I think this is going to be my favorite M16 yet. And I like the way that they took one of their classic stablemate folders and put the deadbolt into it. And this is the folder that should have the deadbolt. Awesome knife. Awesome knife. I'm digging it, people. And it's supposed to be a 3.89 inch blade. Well, it looks more like 4 inches to me. It's right at 4 inches. The handle's a little bit over 5 1/4. Nine 1/4 for length. Yes, I think it's a real 4-inch blade. This one's 4 inches too. And 9 1/4. They're like the same size. They're like the exact same size. Okay, let's pull out some other ones to compare it to. I did think the blade was going to be thicker though. I'm sort of surprised that the blade was only 3.5 millimeters. I was expecting it to be more like, you know, like 3.8 or closer to 4 millimeter. That's what it looks like actually. Let me see what we're going to compare it to. Let's get the knife that, pull out the knife that I bought just for this purpose. That's the Wrap 1. The blade is a little bit shorter and the handle shorter also than this one. So the handle's a little bit shorter and the blade's a little bit shorter. Okay, let's compare something else to it. How about a Contigo? Benchmade Contigo. They're the same type of knife. In my opinion, I think they serve the same type of purpose. Heavy duty field knife or combat soldier knife. About the same. About the same blade length and everything. This one has the reverse Tanto on it. I'm digging this. I'm digging the new M16. I really think it looks cool, people. And where is it made? In Taiwan. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Okay. Let's set that one aside. All right. Let me see. One of my new favorites from last year. Here we go. My first ZT. The 0462, I think it is. ZT likes to go by numbers. It says Dmitry Sinkovich design. The ZT is a little bit smaller. The blade length is a little bit smaller. I'd say maybe almost a 1/4 inch smaller. And the handle length is a little bit smaller. Let's pull another one of my favorites from last year. As y'all know, I love the artisan knives. I tried them out last year for the first time. And this was the one that I liked the best, the Archeo. This is not really the same type of knife. This is more of a lightweight gentleman's type knife or a knife that, you know, it's a little bit lighter weight and easier to carry to work and different things like that. And that's one of the reasons why I love it, because it still has a long blade. This handle's shorter, but the blades are very close. This one is a little bit longer, it looks like. Let me see. Get them. Yeah, I think this one's, I think the CRKT one is a little bit longer, a little bit bigger. Huh. What else can we compare it to? Why not an 80-15? 80-15. 80-15, the blade is a little bit shorter again and the handle shorter. 80-15 is probably more like the Archeo size. Not the size of the Archeo. How about a Mannix? A Mannix 2XL. Bigger than the Mannix 2XL. The blade's a little bit longer, just a hair longer. maybe less than 1/8 of an inch or something like that longer, and the handle is about a 1/2 inch longer. Max 2XL. Max 2XL is about the same size as the Archeo and the AD15. How about one of my all-time favorites? One of my all-time favorites. This knife has probably been the most carried knife of all my knives that I've carried over the last 10, 12 years. This one right here and my holdout. The holdout the same size. Absolutely love the Talwar. I wish they'd bring this size back. They brought back the big Talwar, which I absolutely love. I'm so happy that they did that. But I also love this size. This is a size that's a little bit more EDC friendly. With the 4-inch blade. It's a little bit shorter than 4-inch. I absolutely love it. Let's compare it. One of my all-time favorite knives all time. The blade length looks almost the same. I would say the blade length is the same. The handle's a little bit shorter. And yes, let's compare it to a cold steel Tanto. My favorite cold steel Tanto, boom, the Recon 1. This one is outfitted with all the snaggletooth stuff. If you want to get the ring and the snaggletooth snag piece, and just go to snaggletooth.com, snaggletoothmf.com. Now these are about the same size. The Recon 1 and the new M16-04DB Deadbolt are about the same size. So I would say this is the closest comparison. Absolutely love it. This is a new one, buddy. This is a new one. This is a new one. This is a new one that's going to be a popular knife amongst people that like heavy duty tactical folders. This is a really nice knife. CRKT did a good job on this one. I like the pocket clip. Even though it's not a deep carry, I like it. It's nice and heavy duty looking. It looks like the look of it fits the knife. I keep wanting to flick it all the way closed like I do with my other deadbolts, but you can't do that on this one. You gotta go to the half stop and then close it the rest of the way with your thumb or your hand. Opens up very smooth. It's not super fast though. It doesn't feel like it's like, you know, flying out super fast, but it is steady. It's rock steady. Beautiful blade. Beautiful, 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 beautiful tactical folder. Functions very nicely too. It's fresh out the box, no lubing or anything, no modifications or anything. This is the way that you would receive it straight from the factory. I wonder how they're going to do though, because they got them priced at a point where there's a lot of competition. But you know what? There's not really a whole lot of competition for heavy duty folders. So I think they might do okay, because they use D2 instead of the 4116, so that's a little bit better steel choice. So I think they'll be okay. It's a beautiful knife. Beautiful knife. Highly recommend it. It's going to be in my box for this year. It's going to be my deadbolt for this year. 2022. Peace. Stiletto.